Hi guys, and welcome to Feasting Foods. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful vegetarian Indian dal curry. It's lovely and tasty and really good for you. So we're going to start off today with red lentils, 250 grams or 1 cup, and you simply add that to the pot. This recipe is in 2 parts, so we're going to make first the dal, and then we add the other ingredients into a separate pot and fry that off. I'll show you how to do that. Then we're simply going to add a teaspoon of salt just to taste, and a half a teaspoon of, in fact a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. And I just want to get that all in there. And then we're going to add, you can use fresh ginger, in which case you can use a cube of fresh ginger. I've simply used dried, so for this recipe half a teaspoon of dried ginger. Straight in there, and then a sprig of curry leaves, straight in. I've actually chopped them. You can use other herbs if you want to. Then 2 medium-sized cloves of garlic, nicely chopped or minced. And then you can use dried mustard seeds. I've simply used whole grain mustard, a teaspoon of that. And add to that 480 ml of cold water. Now you just want to put that on the stove and let it come to a boil, and then let it simmer for 20 minutes. Now we're going to start to prepare the second part of this dish. So what we've got here is some butter. So 2 tablespoons of butter. You can use ghee as well. Some people might choose to use oil, but the butter or ghee will add a nice richness and flavour to the dish. To that you want to add some cumin seeds, and you want to fry these off a little bit first, and then to that put that onto the heat now. Then I've also got 2 dried chilies. I'm going to add this to our water as well. This is going to add a nice little bit of heat to the curry. Once that butter has started to melt and we've started to get those cumin seeds releasing their oils and their flavors, we're going to add the rest of the items. I'm going to move the camera over there so you guys can have a look. So guys, we're just waiting for things to heat up here, but one thing I will add is if you're using dried mustard seeds, add them to the butter first and let them crackle off, and then you can add your cumin seeds after that, and then the following items that I'll show you now. Okay guys, so we've managed to get our dal up to boiling temperature, and it's just simmering now for a good 20 minutes. In the meantime, you can see that our butter along with our cumin seeds is melting and almost ready to start to sizzle a bit. To this we're going to add one large onion that's sliced, and 3 medium-sized tomatoes chopped, as well as 4, and it doesn't matter which color, you can just do green or just do red. I've done a mixture of jalapenos, de-seeded and chopped up nicely. So you're going to start with your cumin seeds, and as I said, if you're using dried mustard seeds, you'd add that first, and then you'd add in your cumin seeds. And once the mustard seeds start to crackle, you'd add in your cumin seeds. But for this recipe, I've simply used whole grain mustard, so you can add it to the main mix. And my butter is nice and ready to cook now, so I'm going to add in my onions. And you want to let those cook off for about 3 to 5 minutes and let them get a nice brown color. So guys, we've got some nice color on those onions now, and I've added our 4 chopped jalapenos, and let that go for about a minute or so. Those are de-seeded and deveined, so it's more for flavor than for heat, and you just want to let them go for a nice minute or so. So those are ready now, and we can add our 3 chopped tomatoes. And straight in. And that needs to go for approximately 5 minutes until those tomatoes have softened up nicely and heated through. And you can turn the heat down to about medium. Okay guys, so our tomatoes and chilies and onions and cumin seeds have cooked through nicely. One little trick is I like to add just a touch of salt to those onions when I start as well, because it helps to brown the onions. It actually helps to release the sugars and caramelize them. And now all we're going to do is add this to our dough and just get it all in there. And give it a nice mix. And let it continue to cook for approximately 5 minutes longer. That way all those flavors will infuse nicely. Just make sure you put that lid back on and keep all of that moisture inside. So guys, at this stage our dish is predominantly cooked. In fact, it is cooked. All we want to do now is to use a submersion blender and just give it a little blitz. And this will just take all of the big chunks and immerse them into, create a bit of flavor. I don't like to overdo this. So you just want to have a nice consistency. And then I like to put this back on the stove just for a few minutes, just to make sure all of that air gets out of the product, in case you want to keep it for a few days. That helps to keep it from going bad. Okay, so guys, our dish is now cooked and ready to serve. Most of these items I actually grow, so that this is actually organic as well as vegetarian. And I've chopped up a little bit of fresh mint as well, which just goes lovely as a garnish on the top and adds a nice cooling flavor profile. So that's my take on Indian dal curry. It's a wonderful thing to eat, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Please see our link at our end page, which will take you to our website, where I will list the full recipe. More recipes to come. This is my first recipe video. Please support us and click on the subscribe button and the bell. And we will be uploading more videos in the days to come, so please support us. Thank you very much.